Come here, you're gonna get everything in the way. Can't just climb up on the keyboard and lay there. Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here.
Y'all.
And
Soup
Miss
Chef.
Angel.
Oh, okay. I know. Now I know where I rate.
And
Soup Chef Brad.
Soup Chef Brad.
Yeah.
We just made a new batch of soup. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But this is Angel. Now you guys have seen her before. She's a rescue. My daughter found her all tied up and kind of strangling herself. She still has bald spots around her neck years ago at an apartment complex she lived in. And then she brought her home when she came home. You guys know how that goes. And then couldn't take her when she moved out. And then she was here long enough, and my daughter really didn't want her anymore, or maybe just she didn't fit in. Anyway, she ended up staying with us, which is okay. We love her. She's a sweetheart. She is a sweetie, aren't you? But yeah, that's Angel. She came declawed. So.
And fixed.
And fixed, but like I said, I know we told you guys this story before, but those of you that are new, even we took her to the vet to have her spayed. Because we always spay and neuter all of our pets. And they shaved her down even when they shaved her down getting ready for the surgery, no scar or anything. It wasn't until they got in there and started to open her up, that they realized she was already spayed. So, yeah, I don't know what happened, but somebody put some money into this little creature. She's probably about 13, 14 years old.
That's what I'm guessing, yeah.
But she's healthy as can be. She has never been sick at all. The only time she's had to go to the vet besides having normal shots is I used to have a candle making business where I made highly scented candles and wax melts. Well, I had gotten done for the day, and I used to, instead of using the expensive wax melters, I used to use crock pots. So I had two big ones set up in my candle making room. I was done for the day. I had shut them off, and they had formed over the top. They started cooling down. Well, she stepped in one, and she had wax on all. I think it was just her hind paws.
Yeah.
It was just her hind paws, about halfway up her leg, and I mean it was caked. And I was worried that she was burned. Now, she wasn't burned. I took her to the vet. She was not burned. But there was no way they could get it off. She said, the vet said the only thing you can do is wait and just slowly take a little bit of it off at a time. Which meant you had to basically kind of pull the hair off. So, slowly we did that. She sure looked funny for a while. But, some of it basically kind of, how it would crack and stuff. But, yeah, but that's the only time she's had to go to the vet besides just her normal. I mean, she's not even had any upper respiratory or any urinary or kidney problems. She's just, as good as can be. But she's the type that would do well as an OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You hear her on my chest just a purring.
She does not like Jasper. No,
she does not love Jasper at all. Yeah. Anyway, it is September 25th, 2016. We were remembering a year ago today. It's Sunday, and it's 12:53 p.m. A year ago today, we had to put down our Greyhound mix, Max, and he had always had epilepsy. We had adopted him from the Humane Society, and but he always had epilepsy, and we always dealt with it. And that entire time, we never did have to put him on the phenobarbital or any other kind of medication. We were able to manage it at home with when he'd have a seizure. After that, we would give him corn syrup. What else did we used to give him? Oh, I used to keep those, the sandwich cookies, the real cheap ones, super sugary. I used to keep those around just for him after he had a seizure. This is all recommendations from the vet. I used to give him either a melatonin afterwards or a Benadryl. That helped prevent cluster seizure. And he did pretty well. I mean, for the longest time. It wasn't until probably the last maybe year he was alive that he really started having rapid and many of them that just would, he might have like 5 or 6 in a day. And we knew it came time that he just basically kind of had pickled his brain over the years. He's always a very high-strung, nervous dog anyway. And I know a lot of greyhounds are. So yeah, it came time we had to put him down because, I feel an animal kind of lets you know when it's time. They kind of give you that look like, help me, my quality of life is just, and that's the way his was. So, but man, remembering that dog running, we had a very large backyard. It was almost a half an acre, but, and it was fenced in, and that dog running in that backyard, I mean, greyhounds, they can run. And yes, he could catch rabbits and stuff. And
yes, he did.
Yes, he did. I won't go into it right now. I have before about, would not. Oof. But the way I will always remember how beautiful it was watching that dog run. And he would prance with real high steps and stuff, so it was neat. And he was a love bug. So, we just were remembering him, and he's now in dog heaven, running and galloping and not having any more seizures. So it's all good. What is the weather like today, Brad Heide?
The weather.
No, we got to do the
Sunday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's 2 weather forecasts for PANACEA off the same app.
Really?
Yes. One forecast shows 84 degrees, clouds and sun. The other one shows 87 degrees, mostly sunny. Both have a projected high today of 89 degrees. One has a real feel of 102. The other has a real feel of 105. And I thought was really interesting is Wednesday and Thursday. They're predicting a low of 66 on Wednesday and 62 on
Really?
Thursday.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so
that would just be heaven.
This is the first time since we've been here that I've seen a predicted low of below 7.
Boy, that would be heaven, though.
Yes, it would. So
I might want to move this box closer before it spills all over.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Heide.
No problem, Mrs. Heide.
Yesterday we did take short naps, which I think works out better. I find it works out better for me if I take under an hour nap instead of, a 2-hour nap. What do you think for you?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just basically even just getting my legs up, which I find does help with the edema and stuff. I might lay there and read my Kindle. I don't know. I know I have a lot of new subscribers. This is my Kindle. Like I said, it's not one of the newer versions or anything, but
I think it's an antique.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Nowadays it is an antique. It's what, 4 or 5 years old.
At least.
Yeah. But I mean, it worked fine. Actually, it was. Brad, can you sit down because you're blocking my light?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And you're making a heck of a noise.
Okay, I'll do that.
Right. I'm waiting for Brad to sit back down because he's really distracting me right now. Like, are you set?
I'm done.
Are you done? Can you imagine, you guys, in a really small RV? I'm not trying to be bitchy or anything.
No.
But we're really, very small RV, and he's like right here doing stuff. And I'm trying not to, But anyway, so I ate the rest of my soup yesterday, my chicken vegetable noodle soup. And Brad made homemade chicken enchiladas last night, which was so good. Like I said, I really look forward to that one meal a week that is just something normal instead of a salad. Now, I still had a huge amount of lettuce and stuff on this enchilada, so, I didn't go crazy or anything. It was just a normal portion, but it was very good. Really enjoyed that. As you guys know, I had done the seated exercise yesterday. That link is still below. I will be writing out the seated exercise, that segment, for the rest of the month. And then after, when October starts, I will go on to segment 2, and I will share that with you if you guys want. You know, well, I'm going to share the link in case anybody wants. And I already went through the recap yesterday of how I felt I did. I did do some painting on that big painting, and basically got to a point where I had to let it all dry. And it's coming along. You know, I haven't done a big painting like that probably since high school, seriously. I've done smaller ones, but not something that big. And, you know, I forgot that while it takes a lot longer, because there's layers and layers and layers of paint and different things that you do, I am really enjoying doing it, so it's all good. And I did do some looming. I lost my train of thought. I am making a hooded cowl. So, Leanne Live, if you're watching, I am working on making one of those hooded cowl. Now, it won't be exactly like the one you bought, you know. But, yeah, so I'm anxious to see how it turned out. This is a kind of a dark pink, variegated. Let me get out one that has the wrapper still on it. This is by Red Heart Boutique Infinity. This is the yarn I'm using. If you type in hooded cowl for loom knitting, you'll find the pattern I'm using in the video I'm following. You know, I don't have the link below, but I know you can look it up. This is called Blossom, and it is a number 5 bulky. Very nice. So I don't know how many skeins it's going to take. I have 4, so I think that'll be enough for just a hooded cowl. Let's see. And Brad did some more job hunting yesterday. Still no luck. But he'll find it yet. I just got to keep believing that. I did watch some Netflix. He watched a movie on Netflix. I started watching a movie on Netflix. But it just was not a good movie. I didn't finish watching. And then I watched a little bit of Bates Motel. I never watched season 3 of Bates Motel. I never watched season 1. I watched most of season 2 when it was coming out, and now it's on season 3. So it's all kind of new to me, and now it's making more sense. I did get very upset last night, and kind of broke down and stuff. And I'll get to that more at the end of this. Today, we like to rest on a Sunday, and it's my braless day. I know you all want to know that, but normally I wear a bra all the time, even if I'm just staying in the RV, because, you know, don't you know, the minute that you're braless, you're going to have all the company in the whole world. And I'm just too heavy-chested to be swinging these mothers around. You know, I'm going to hurt somebody. Right, honey?
I like it.
Yeah, I know you do, but, you know, so, I look forward to Sundays as braless day.
And, of course, it's braless day. So.
And we already had a neighbor knock on the door. Brad answered it. Of course, he was shirtless, but... You know, Brad, all of his life, has never been comfortable going shirtless. And he didn't even go shirtless around me for the longest time. So the last few years, he's gotten used to going shirtless around me. But just in the house, now he's gotten more comfortable, or is working on getting more comfortable. He even goes shirtless around here to a degree. And I'm just so happy for him. And me, in turn, I used to never go sleeveless. You know. And not even in the house. And then I worked on starting to go sleeveless, you know. And then even around here, it's just too dang hot to be wearing, you know. So, yeah, I go sleeveless, and I figure if anybody doesn't like what my friend Nirvana calls the meats, then too bad, you know. I earned these wings, and I'm working on taking the best care of myself I can. So, let's see. So, yeah, and of course, Sunday is the one day a week I don't exercise also. So, just kind of relaxed day. Brad just got done making I cut up the stuff last night, and he helped do spices and open cans, but He bought a couple of flank steaks, inexpensive flank steaks yesterday, and I cubed them up, and then so we made a beef, vegetable, tomato soup. I would have liked to have put barley in it, but we're waiting until payday, so we just use half the amount of the penne noodles that we normally would. So that's what I'll be having. It smells very good. I just tasted it. It was very, very good. So,
Yeah, when I stopped at the local grocery store, which is about twice the size of an average C-store, but it does have dairy, and it does have meat.
Yeah.
And it does have a produce department. And the lady at the register said that they haven't. She doesn't even think that barley's available for them to order through their warehouse. And it sounds like it's kind of a dying.
No, not really, but
maybe just in this area.
Yeah, well, that's like you said, that store though doesn't carry.
Yeah.
But
it's convenient.
It's convenient. I really like barley, and I always have. So I'm gonna get some of that, and it's probably better for you than noodles. So anyway. So I'm going to have some of that for lunch. I'm going to have my great big traditional salad with a couple chicken thighs for dinner tonight. My topic today is that it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Last night, as I'm talking about this, like I said, you guys know I've been having a little bit of issues with depression. Who isn't right now? I know it's a large number of my friends are all saying that they're having some issues. Maybe it is seasonal depression, which I'm kind of wondering, since I'm having so many of my friends saying they're very depressed right now too. And that's a very real thing. I know, it just bothers me over here too. What the heck? Just don't look there. I'll just do this. But maybe it is seasonal depression. Our circumstances and stuff, and like I said, I feel like I'm being a baby, but I am who I am, and Brad loves me for just as I am, and I work very hard on myself, but going through moving, and like I said, now that I'm not smoking, and now that I'm controlling what I eat, a lot of stuff I kept stuffed down is coming out, and some very hurtful things, and then our situation of being kind of stuck in this RV right now, and him having trouble finding work here and stuff. It's just, sometimes it's very overwhelming, and I always want to fix everything, and I can't fix this, and I wanted when we moved, I wanted things to just work out perfectly, and of course I know that never happens in life, but it's been a rough Bill, he was denied disability. We got that letter this week, and that really kind of pisses you off. But I'm not surprised, and we weren't surprised, but still. I mean, we have friends that live here in the RV park, that he lost part of his leg in a motorcycle accident. He also is legally blind, and then blind in one eye. He's been denied disability. They finally have hired a lawyer, But I mean, and I know there's millions of people that are fighting the same thing, but it's just, trying to fight and go through the hoops and, everything. And then, you miss some family and,
just a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, and a lot of PTSD just triggering, and I know Angie on YouTube and Nate Lopez, they'll both understand when I'm talking about that, and probably many of you other ones, things that trigger. And September, I just thought about that. September has never been a good month for me. It's never been a good month for me. I've always had some, and I'm probably remembering I'm remembering a lot of people that have passed away in this month and around this time of year and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love fall, but it is what it is, and I've been very hesitant to really even openly talk about some of the stuff I'm going through, because there's not good family dynamics at all. And I was a little bit afraid of a backlash from family. I've had that happen before with making my videos, and also, being judged. I'm not really too worried about people that don't really know me on here judging me, because if you want to judge me, you're going to judge everybody else to have fun with your judgy self. But you do worry about, I'm not going to go into specifics with about family dynamics, but it does really hurt, and, I've made mistakes, everybody's made mistakes, but when you don't really have that core family love or feel like it, that's really very, very hurtful.
Or the acceptance.
Yeah, or the acceptance. And Brad feels the same way. It's not just me and my pickled mind. It's Brad feels the very same way on many, many different levels. And I know a lot of other people go through that too, where you don't really, you kind of always have been the black sheep of the family, because you probably, you weren't a sheeple, so you're the black sheep. I pretty much always have been. Brad always has been. So, working through that, working through letting go, being afraid about the future, being afraid about what might happen. I gotta quit watching documentaries on homelessness. That's not helping at all, because that's really making me kind of very, very, my anxiety is at a real high. So I'm working on that. I was sitting there crying last night and talking with Brad, and he came over and sat by me and was holding my hand and talking to me and stuff, and that big old goofy mastiff, he comes over and he keeps putting his head on my lap and looking up at me and putting his paw out for me to shake it, and he just hates it when I cry. But sometimes it's good for your soul to have a good old cry. And if you can't have a good old cry with the person you love the most in the world, whether it's a trusted friend, or like I'm lucky that I have my husband, who he is my best friend and always has been, and then who else can you? Sometimes he has a cry. Now, he doesn't have the ugly blubbering, the snot and, the ugly cry. You ladies don't know what I'm talking about, but it's okay for men to cry too. Absolutely. But I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. I'm just being real. I feel a little bit better today. I will be making, parts of the vacuum cleaner jumping off shelves. But I will be making an appointment, calling Monday. We'll make an appointment to talk with my general physician. I looked at my blood test results, and they were kind of a little shocking. There were some higher numbers than I expected, but I'm going to talk with her about how I'm changing my eating and stuff, and also about the anxiety, antidepressant medication, and that we need to adjust. So, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Brad did get some peroxide yesterday, because I told you that sore had closed up on my leg, but it seems to be infected. So, yes, I'm taking antibiotics, and we are cleaning that and stuff. So, we'll get there. That's another thing I think is kind of triggering too. Is when you've got quite a few sores on my lower legs from bug bites that just, like I said, that just my immune system just kind of goes nuts. So, it is what it is. Brad wanted me to go fishing with him tonight, but I don't think I probably will, because I don't want to put on a bra.
The fish won't care.
Well, I don't really want to get bit up to death by mosquitoes with the open on my legs, so.
No.
And Sunday, usually there's some stuff on Sunday nights I like to watch.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what that means.
That I get the computer.
Yeah. Well, you can't stay out there later now, because there's no light on the pier anymore. It got ruined with the hurricane, so, we'll get out there.
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of wanting to mellow out, I want to do some more painting today. I want to do some more looming, you know, and kind of make a plan. Sundays we kind of like to sit and make a plan of things that we want to accomplish for the next week, each personally, not together. I'm not gonna, you know. I might say to him, I don't like making honeydew lists for my husband. I might say to him, you might want to grab a piece of paper. You know, we need to take care of this, this, and this. But you know, I figure if I make a honeydew for him, I can't complain if he would turn around and make one for me, and that wouldn't fly. So we're both that way. Like, oh no, you know. Like if somebody tells you have to something, it's like you just kind of staunchly like no. And, you know, or if somebody says you can't do something, it's like, oh, really? Watch me. Right, honey?
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, talk to you guys' ear off. You guys are used to that. I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Leanne Live. Sure do like your video. She did a video. You didn't watch it, hon, but about how she hates gossip. And she's just right on point. I mean, that's exactly how I feel. And then Angie on YouTube and Jay the Cannabis Explorer. They both have channels on here. Hers is Angie on YouTube. His is Jay the Cannabis Explorer. They moved into their house, which I'm so excited for them. They don't have internet for a few days, so she's just going to be doing her question of the day. Real short little blips, but I'm thrilled for them. And, you know, another one of our friends started a new job, and things are going much better for her. We're thrilled about that. We're thrilled for you, Emily, you know, if you happen to watch this. I know she watches a few of my videos, but I don't think she watches all of them. Of course, she's a busy young lady. You know, and I hope everybody else is doing good. Hi, Marcy. You know, hi, Linda. What else? I want to go over and raid Linda's yarn stashes. So, just type in your address in the comment. I'll be right over. But it's like, better hide the keys.
Yeah.
You know, I've been looking at the Hirschner's. You guys, they're having a big sale again. You guys ever go into Hirschner's and you go into the yarn section, and then you go into the yarn by the boat, and what it is they sell like yarn like 5 skeins or 10 skeins for, you know, like 10 skeins for $15 or something. And some of the skeins are full-size skeins, some are half-size. But it's really good yarn, so I'm just telling you guys that. Do you have anything to say, Brad, Heidi?
No, I think you covered it all, Teresa, Heidi.
Okay. Yes. Our neighbor came over to, they're having problems establishing internet, and so they came over to talk about what we do to be able to get internet, and so Brad was showing them a few different options. So I hope everybody has a great day, and I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my new subscribers. If you're new and you haven't said hello, please comment, say hello. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. I love doing this for you guys. You guys are like family to me. Oh, I want to say hi to Mary and Ken also. I worry about that. I worry about everybody. That's part of the problem. And I think you guys are all awesome. And I know my hair looks fuzzy today. I'm not sure why, but it does. It looks fuzzy. It's got all this little, yeah. I'm not sure what's, I don't know if it's humidity. Whatever. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.